missing tons of tungsten ore. The Second World War was a conflict fueled by steel tanks, battleships, aircraft, all ravenous for the metal that would decide the fate of nations. But steel alone wasn't enough. It needed an edge, a hardener, a secret ingredient that would make it impervious to enemy fire. That ingredient was tungsten, a rare, brittle metal that, when added to steel, created a superalloy capable of piercing armor and withstanding incredible heat. And in the early years of the war, before the Allies could secure reliable supply lines, the hunt for tungsten became a desperate, clandestine game played out across the battlefields and neutral ports of Europe. Germany, desperate to maintain its war machine, needed tungsten, and they needed it badly. Portugal, a neutral nation clinging to the edge of a continent ablaze, possessed one of the largest tungsten mines in Europe. The Panasqueira mines, a sprawling network of tunnels carved deep into the Portuguese hills, became the focal point of a shadow war. Both the Allies and the Axis powers descended upon Lisbon, the Portuguese capital, a city teeming with spies, double agents, and black marketeers, all vying for control of the vital ore. Bribes were paid, threats were made, and fortunes were won and lost in the smoky backrooms of Lisbon's casinos and the dimly lit docks of its harbor. The stakes were impossibly high. The fate of the war itself. The British, aware of the dire situation, established a network of agents tasked with securing tungsten shipments and disrupting German efforts. Codenamed Operation Backfire, it was a chaotic mix of sabotage, espionage, and outright bribery. Their primary target was the German purchasing organization, WWII Erzmetall, a shadowy entity operating under the guise of a legitimate trading company, but in reality, a front for Nazi Germany's relentless pursuit of strategic resources. The battle for tungsten wasn't fought with bullets and bombs, but with ledgers and forged documents, secret meetings, and clandestine deals. It was a war of economic attrition, fought in the shadows, with victory measured in tons of ore diverted from the enemy. Rumors began to circulate among the mining communities of Panasqueira. Whispers of phantom trucks spiriting away loads of tungsten under the cover of darkness, of clandestine airstrips carved into remote hillsides, and of enormous stockpiles of ore vanishing without a trace. The local miners, many of whom were struggling to survive, found themselves caught in a dangerous game, pressured by both sides to turn a blind eye or to actively participate in the smuggling operations. Suspicion festered, trust eroded, and the once peaceful villages became breeding grounds for paranoia and betrayal. The first major incident occurred in late 1941. A train carrying a significant shipment of tungsten ore from Panasqueira to Lisbon was mysteriously derailed. The official explanation was sabotage by Allied agents, but the investigation quickly revealed inconsistencies. Witnesses claimed to have seen German soldiers near the crash site, and some of the ore was found to be missing, replaced with rocks of similar weight. The incident sparked a fierce diplomatic row between Portugal and Germany, but the truth remained shrouded in a fog of conflicting testimonies and political maneuvering. The vanished tungsten added another layer to the growing mystery. As the investigation deepened, suspicion began to fall on a seemingly unassuming figure, a mid-level clerk within WWII Erzmetall named Karl Heinzmann. Heinzmann was known for his meticulous record-keeping and his unyielding loyalty to to the Nazi cause, but beneath his facade of bureaucratic efficiency, Heinzmann harbored a secret. He was a double agent, working for the British Secret Intelligence Service. He had been feeding information to the Allies about German tungsten procurement efforts, but his motives were far more complex than simple patriotism. Heinzmann, it turned out, was not just a double agent. He was also a master manipulator. He had been using his position to divert significant quantities of tungsten ore to a secret location, not for the benefit of either the Germans or the British, but for his own personal gain. He had established a network of corrupt officials, smugglers, and black marketeers, all working in concert to siphon off the valuable ore and sell it on the open market for exorbitant profits. He was playing both sides, enriching himself while the war raged around him. The shocking truth about Heinzmann's treachery was revealed when a coded message intended for his British handlers was intercepted by German intelligence. The message contained detailed information about his smuggling operation, including the location of his secret stockpile of tungsten ore. The Germans, enraged by his betrayal, immediately launched a manhunt, determined to bring him to justice and recover the stolen ore. Heinzmann, realizing his cover was blown, vanished into the labyrinthine streets of Lisbon, becoming a ghost in the city he had so skillfully navigated. With Heinzmann on the run, the hunt for the missing tungsten intensified. The Germans, desperate to salvage the situation, launched a full-scale investigation, interrogating everyone connected to Heinzmann and his operation. British, equally concerned about the potential damage to their intelligence network, initiated their own discreet inquiry, attempting to track down Heinzmann and secure the stolen ore before it fell into the wrong hands. The stakes had risen dramatically. The fate of the tungsten, and perhaps even the war, hung in the balance. The investigation took a dramatic turn when a former associate of Heinzmann's, a disgruntled black marketeer named Ferreira, came forward with crucial information. Ferreira, fearing for his own life, revealed the location of Heinzmann's secret stockpile of tungsten, a hidden warehouse on the outskirts of Lisbon, disguised as a sardine cannery. Both German and British agents raced to the location, determined to seize the valuable ore. But when they arrived, they found the warehouse empty. The tungsten was gone. Heinzmann had anticipated their moves. He had moved the tungsten to an even more secure location, a network of underground tunnels beneath the city of Lisbon, originally built as wine cellars. Access to these tunnels was controlled by a shadowy organization known as the Fraternity of the Serpent, a secret society with deep roots in Portuguese society. Heinzmann had struck a deal with the fraternity, offering them a share of the profits in exchange for their protection and their assistance in smuggling the tungsten out of the country. The British, realizing they were running out of time, launched a daring raid on the fraternity's headquarters, a centuries-old monastery on the outskirts of Lisbon. They hoped to capture Heinzmann and recover the tungsten, but they were met with fierce resistance. A bloody shootout ensued, leaving several agents dead and the monastery in ruins. Heinzmann, once again, managed to escape, disappearing into the chaotic aftermath of the raid. The tungsten, however, remained elusive. As the war drew to a close, the fate of the missing tungsten remained a mystery. Heinzmann was never apprehended, and the ore was never recovered. Some believed that he he had successfully smuggled it out of Portugal and used the profits to start a new life in South America. Others believed that he had been killed by his former associates, the tungsten buried with him in an unmarked grave. The truth, like the tungsten itself, vanished into the shadows in the aftermath of the war. Rumors continued to swirl around the vanished tungsten. Some whispered that it had been used to fund a secret Nazi escape route, allowing high-ranking officials to flee to Argentina. Others claimed that it had been hidden away, awaiting a future conflict. The truth remained shrouded in speculation and conjecture, a testament to the enduring power of secrets and lies. The legacy of the missing tungsten serves as a chilling reminder of the complex and often morally ambiguous nature of warfare. It highlights the lengths to which nations will go to secure strategic resources and the devastating consequences that can result from greed, betrayal, and the relentless pursuit of power. The tungsten itself, though lost to history, continues to cast a long shadow, a symbol of the hidden battles fought in the shadows of the Second World War.